Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 30 of Xenonauts. We're actually doing quite well now. We seem to have a decent number of troops, some of them quite well promoted, although we could do with a few more promotions along the way. We do have a couple of injuries from the last mission. We've got our better dropship. We're working on getting ourselves a better tank or a better support vehicle, and we've got enough money in the bank to start producing ourselves some of the better interceptors, which we are going to do as soon as we have finished with the tank. Now then, we've got one alien base up here that we need to deal with, which I really would like to get dealt with. However, it probably isn't worth doing that until we've actually got everybody healed up. Now, I also thought that there was probably going to be an alien base down here somewhere, because there seems to be a lot of activity, and I couldn't find out how to launch an interceptor to patrol. And someone reminded me the launch interceptor button is actually this thing up here, so we are going to do that. We are going to select an aircraft target, which is over here, and we want to send from Area 52. We are going to send our Condor. It'll probably get shot down, but everything else is kind of in a bad state. But we just want to send something down here to have a look. See if there's anything around here. I'm almost convinced that somewhere down here there's going to be an alien base. We are going to select a new target and just move up here slightly. Still can't see anything yet. It's running low on fuel. We'll return to base. Later on, we will send one of our other aircraft out with the better range when it actually gets fixed. I'm tempted to speed time on a little bit just to let us get a few more UFOs. We might be able to shoot them down, and more importantly, we'll get a few people healed, which means we'll be able to go and do these alien bases with a full complement of crew. We'll also need to get some extra people as well, because of course in an alien base we don't really want to be using our support vehicles. They're not going to really have an awful lot of room to maneuver. However, our alien officer interrogation is now complete. The average alien soldier is just an empty shell, possessing an instinctive knowledge of the craft of war but little higher brain function. There is a reason for this. Alien officers are highly intelligent. They do not lead their troops in battle so much as directly possess them. I would suggest the word officer is a misnomer. Controller would be more appropriate. The alien mindset is strange. We are already aware the same species and rank were identical clones, but it seems all these creatures actually consider themselves interchangeable. Not exactly collective consciousness, more like simply to have no concept of self. Provided one of the clones survives, they would... why did I just manage to miss that? Provided one of the clones survives, they would not consider themselves to be dead. This makes interrogation a struggle. Not only is it difficult to threaten a creature which cannot grasp the concept of its own death, choosing the correct pronoun when asking a question becomes a minefield. Nonetheless, we've managed to glean a little useful information. The captive confirmed the intention of the invasion was to kill humans individually, but not collectively. It seems they are not actually trying to wipe us out. In truth, this is nothing we did not already know. If the aliens wanted to annihilate us, they could simply have bombed us into extinction from orbit. The invasion evidently has a higher purpose, but we cannot extract from our captive. We will have to capture an alien leader to learn more. Fantastic, so we've got to go ahead and try and get an even better alien, which is probably going to be one of the ones in an alien base. So it could be useful that we didn't actually take out this alien base when we had the chance to before, but it hasn't told us to capture a leader. We're working on the plasma cannon, which is all we can work on, but we might as well put the maximum number of scientists on that at the moment. We're actually running out of things to research now, so we really do need to step up our game and get some more text to research. So let's go back to the geoscape. We will run things on a little bit. The scimitar tank has now finished, so we are going to go to the vehicle here. We've got our scimitar tank. We're definitely going to have the plasma on that one. And we're going to go to our dropship. And we are going to... No, we're not. We're going to go to the garage. And we are going to... That's the Hunter Scout vehicle. We're not going to decommission it. We'll keep it as a spare for now. But we are going to assign the scimitar to our dropship. And it's put it in the right place. So that is fine. No problems there. Let's just have a quick look on health. How are we doing? Stephen's only at 67%, which is not ideal. How are these interceptors doing as well? Because they took a huge bashing on the last video. Actually, they're not that bad. They're almost fully repaired. But I'm going to spin things on for a little while here. of course, before we do that, we need to continue production of our Corsair Interceptors, not Corsairs, Marauders. Now, Marauders cost 400,000. Don't quite have enough money to build one of these. However, we only need about another 4,000, which we could get by selling some stuff. And worst case scenario, we'll probably get one before the end of these 5.5 days anyway. So, let us still speed things on. Radar array has been completed in Indochina. That's used a little bit of our money, but that has significantly increased the range of our radar over here. There's only a little bit of area that we don't really have covered. We've got tiny little bit of area on the south tip of Africa, and also this sort of area up here in sort of Russia and Siberia, but most of the other areas is covered. I suppose New Zealand we've kind of missed out. Not too bothered about North America because we've already lost them. Obviously, we don't have full vision down here in South America. We've now completed the research of the Alien Plasma Cannon. The Alien Plasma Cannon is a large infantry weapon that measures a little less than 50 inches in length. We believe it's best thought of as the alien equivalent of a bazooka or rocket-propelled grenade, firing a single powerful bolt of plasma that has a great range and will inflict major damage on anything caught in the blast radius. It is vastly superior to its conventional counterparts. The most obvious advantage is the increased damage it inflicts. At short range, it can penetrate at least 15 inches of solid steel, though precise measurements were difficult as we ran out of steel before the projectile ran out of power. In basic terms, this is enough to destroy virtually any conventional vehicle in the world in a single shot. Also important is the ammunition capacity of this weapon. It takes even a skilled operator up to 10 seconds to reload a traditional anti-tank weapon after every shot, while the Alien Plasma Cannon can draw 4 shots from its battery before it must be changed. The weapon also suffers minimal recoil and has no backblast, making it easier to handle and safer to adjacent friendly units. Thankfully, alien materials are far more resistant against the penetrative effects of these projectiles than conventional materials. We believe the vaporized metal from the shells around the projectile when it strikes the steel doing much of the penetrating work for it. However, the higher melting point of the alien alloys prevent this from occurring, and instead the projectile must rely on raw energy to inflict damage. The more advanced technology gives us some protection against this weapon, though the Wolf and Buzzard armour are not strong enough to protect a soldier from a direct hit. The Wolf in particular should help our troops survive being caught in the blast. I've already warned your men about the fearsome power of this weapon. One hopes it will encourage them to get out of the way of projectiles. Well, yeah, we try and get the way out of a lot of things. Still nothing new to research, though. So our scientists are kind of doing nothing for at the moment. We could lay them off, but surely at some point we are going... I mean, we do have capture an alien leader for interrogation. We do have that mission, and that is probably going to be something at the base. But what I want to try and do is get a couple of UFOs to shoot down in the meantime, and then hopefully we will be able to... just airstrike those and get rid of them and then go and deal with the alien base. But I am very, very interested to see if we do have an alien base somewhere down here. I'm almost convinced that we do. I'm going to send our Corsair because it's one of the fastest craft that we have. It can also stay out for quite a bit of time. Haven't managed to find anything yet. No, didn't find anything down there. Maybe there isn't a base. Maybe there is. How are we doing on soldiers? Okay, Bobby's up to 97. Stephen's up to 82. I'd prefer it if he was a little bit higher before we attempt this. Okay, we have a landing ship for a supply run. Where are you? We have a research landing ship with Androns. We have a large ground attack cruiser with Androns. So we have 3 very large ships all quite close together. Now, you're the research landing ship. You're Androns. You're Sibylline. You might actually be worth taking on as a mission. Although we really do need to try and deal with the ground attack cruiser. So we're going to intercept that. We're going to send the Corsair and the Foxtrot as soon as we can. We've got a small UFO... down here near Indochina. Well, that's not a problem. We can intercept that with our Corsair. Probably will. We've got a seasoned landing ship. Can't do an awful lot about that right now. Yeah, we really need to take this base out. We've got a large ship over here. Again, we can't deal with that right at this moment in time. We've got a heavy fighter somewhere as well. Right, you're down there in South Africa. That's not too much of a problem. Okay, so We have intercepted this guy here, so we're going to auto-resolve that. We actually took quite a bit of damage, which is quite a nasty thing there. We'd have preferred that not to have happened. We have this scout, which we are going to auto-resolve. And we survived that quite well. Now, what was this ship that we actually have over here? Not sure if we'll be able to take that. No, we have a 0% chance for victory, so we're actually going to disengage there. If we had another craft we could send, we could probably deal with that. We are going to just airstrike that and get it off the map straight away. Do we go with this, or should we bother with the alien base? I think we should literally just be airstriking all of these and deal with that alien base as soon as possible, because it's just sending far too many ships for me to deal with. Now, we've got this UFO here. We could go and intercept that using the Corsair and the Foxtrot. The Corsair is refueling, but it's still got enough to take this guy down. Now we've got a 100% chance to auto-resolve. Again, we took a lot of damage. These UFOs are really getting tough, and this is important why we need to get our Marauders up and running as soon as possible. We've got a landed UFO here. Now, it is a seasoned research ship. I'd very much like to be able to go and take that out, but I'm not sure that that's going to happen. Another good question is, why can't we just airstrike it while it's on the ground like we seem to be able to do with everything else? I'm going to have to speed things up. We've got some heavy fighters. Now, where exactly are you? Yeah, you're too far away for me to deal with, because if we actually go ahead and look at our aircraft here, and the Marauder's coming on quite nicely. But the Corsair and the Foxtrot have taken a lot of damage, and there's absolutely no way at all that a Condor is ever going to manage to take that out. 1 day and 18 hours before this is finished. So we're going to take another hit of having a month or so where we actually get a little bit of sort of negative impact for not dealing with these UFOs, but there isn't an awful lot we can do about it. Relations are still good in Europe, they're still good in the Soviet Union, they're still superb in Northern Africa, so I'm not too bothered about that. Still got a lot of these fighters popping up. Now, what have we got here? You've actually taken off again. Now, you're a seasoned research ship. Maybe possible to intercept you. Yeah, we've taken too much damage here. We're grounded. We're not going to be able to get to you in any decent amount of time, unfortunately. So you're probably going to get away. And you've landed as well. There's lots of ships landing that I just simply don't have any capacity to deal with as much as I would love to. Can we deal with that fighter yet? No, we're still grounded. So on the whole, things are not good, and we're getting a lot of UFOs getting away. But we're just going to have to put up with that, I think. That fighter does keep coming back, though. And what is this one we still have there? This is an Andron research landing ship. Can we deal with you? Have we been repaired yet? No, we still have 9 hours before we're repaired. Though Indochina is almost... no, you're still grounded for another 0 hours. You're only on half health. Yeah, we definitely need to get as many Marauders up and running as quick as possible. And I really thought that was going to come and attack our base there, because it was getting very, very close. So that was an entire wave of UFOs that we pretty much missed, with the exception of one, possibly here. Now, we have completed the production of our Marauder Interceptor. Look at that, shiny, shiny. Plasma torpedoes and plasma bolts. Now, what we also have is... we definitely want to get rid of the Condor. I'm going to decommission the Condor instantly, and I'm not going to send this Marauder somewhere else, because it's our main base where we're getting the most UFO activity. Now, the question is, do I really need to get rid of my Foxtrots and Corsairs and replace them with Marauders? Because I can't really remember the point. If we look at the Marauder, see, the Marauder has a range of 2,600 kilometers, which is better than the Foxtrot and the Corsair, so it has a much greater range. It has 1 cannon and 2 heavies, whereas the Foxtrot only has 2 heavies and the Interceptor has 2 cannons. So you do lose a cannon, but it is more of a multi-role fighter. Turn rate 120 degrees per second, turn rate 60 degrees per second, turn rate 120 degrees. Durability, 1,250 hit points, which is fair bit more than the Corsair, and a lot more than the Foxtrot. So I definitely think that the Foxtrots need to go. We're probably okay keeping the Corsairs, because they were quite expensive and it would be a shame to get rid of them. So I think we're going to be replacing... we're going to be building Marauders from now on, but we are going to be replacing Corsairs, and we're going to be replacing Foxtrots, and we're going to be replacing the old Condors as well. So let's go back in and start the production of another Marauder. I know we don't have the money to do it, but we need to get it done. And we are going to have to go and deal with that alien base. Stevens is 94% away from being fully healed. And I'd very much like it if he did end up being fully healed before we attempt that. So let's just see how close that has got him. 95%. Not too sure how long it's actually going to take him. We're going to be out of money very shortly though. And there we are, which means we can no longer finish the production of that Marauder. So we're out of cash, and it's only the 17th of the month. Look, it is February. It's a short month, so... And there we go. Everybody is back to full health. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people currently assigned to the dropship. What I'm going to do is unassign the tank for now, because this is going to be no good in an alien base. And I'm going to assign 2 more personnel to the dropship. I think we're going to have Bobby. And we are going to have... Who should we have? Accuracy. Let's have Delicia there. And then let's go and give them some equipment. Because unfortunately, we're now in a problem where we don't have enough decent armor for everybody. We do have some more wolf armor. I think you are going to be a rifleman. And we're out of additional plasma weaponry. So you are going to have to make do with lasers. But it's better than nothing. Delicia, you're not actually a bad shot. You're going to stick with Jackal Armor, but there's a good reason for that. I think we are going to make you into a sniper for this mission. Well, that didn't help much at all, did it? So you want Jackal Armor. We should have a spare laser sniper rifle. We do. And we want to give you a fair bit of ammunition for that if you can carry it. Okay, so we do have an extra sniper now. It doesn't really matter whereabouts they are placed on the dropship, because it's the way base missions deploy. So, we are going to go ahead and we are going to go and attempt to deal with this alien base. And I think if we can get rid of it, there's probably going to be a lot less alien activity in this area. So... let us go and engage. This is probably where I'm going to find out that this is where a leader is that we need to capture for that next research project. In which case, I'll start to wish that I had brought along some kind of stun rockets or grenades. Yeah, there we go. Alien leader present. Those communication signals are back, Commander. I suspect there is an alien leader in the area. They're exactly the type of creature we need to interrogate. Please do your best to capture it so we can continue with our research. Does anybody have any stun grenades at all? I think the stun grenades are the purple ones. So, Arcane Cannon does not. Stephen does not. Shadowhawk does not. Nor you. We have one there. Missy. Missy has a stun grenade. As does Sweet Cherry Pie. As does Ben Crooks. So we do have a few stun grenades available to us. So, it's not too terrible. I don't know why the doors have disappeared here. Deployment phase. Let's have you turned and crouched. Let's have you crouched. Right, who or you? You're a sniper, actually. You shouldn't be there. You can crouch. Sniper should be there, facing that way, crouched. You're going to stay at the back, of course, because you are a sniper and you're in the worst type of armor. Your assault, you can go up at the side of the door and can crouch down. Shadowhawk, another sniper, you can get there and... well, you can face that door, actually. We may have to go out in 2 different directions. This is one good thing with actually having more soldiers. It does mean that we can cover more directions more easily here. So you may actually be better off there facing that way as well. We've got arcane cannon here. So you're a very good shot. You can go there. We have one last person to deal with, which is Bobby, and I think you're going to bring up in this direction. Let us begin. Okay, so we've got a couple of doors that we need to go and deal with. We don't want to get arcane. We don't want to get anybody shot really, but let's get somebody up who isn't necessarily our best shot to open the door. That will allow somebody who's a slightly better shot to have some time units to take a shot. Okay, we have spotted our first alien. Now, this base has a bit of a different layout to the ones we're used to, and it looks like we've got one of those annoying chrysalid type things. We can have a shot, 27 time units, we can afford to crouch, 52% chance to hit, and we miss by a country mile. That is really bad for us. We can go in here with Stephen and take a jolly good shot at it, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Easy kill. That needed to be done. Definitely needed to be done. Are there any more doors into this room? Right, there's a couple at the end. But I think this is probably a good room to get set up in. So we're going to start moving people into this room. Into cover. And then if anything comes through those doors, we should be able to deal with them relatively easily. Let's get as many people in here and into cover as possible. So, not too bad for a start. You're going to go the long way around there. And crouch. Okay. So, now we're going to do the same over here. Going to take Peter in first. Wow. This is certainly new. And we have a civilian. Not sure how well we can hit him. Shadowhawk actually has a good shot at him from there. Right, okay, well, you got a hit, you didn't get a kill. You do actually get a second shot, so take that. There we are. Those things do have a lot of hit points. They are quite annoying. Just going to use Sweet Cherry Pie just to have a little bit of a look, because we have now spotted a second one. Peter doesn't really have a shot from there. There's a fair bit of cover. Would be nice if we could hit you with something, but I'm not sure it's going to work out. Let's have a look in the quick grenade slot, because we do have high X grenades here. Now, you don't have a very high chance of hitting with it. That's the problem. So I think what we're actually going to do is get both of you to crouch down. And we're going to close the door. And we'll deal with that one on the next turn. We'll leave the snipers back here. And we will end the turn. So we haven't really seen the civilians for quite some time, actually. I wonder how long this base has been here. And maybe we just haven't discovered it. Okay, back to our turn. Let us select you. Open the door. Ah, we have one of these annoying things as well. Well, we definitely need to deal with that. And you're really blocking the path there for our sniper. So let's go ahead with a 94% chance to hit. And it is dead instantly. We're just going to step out. It's probably a little bit dangerous, but you do have our best armor. And that's where you are hiding. What are our chances to hit with a grenade now? Still only 39%. That isn't really high odds. But let's get back, I think. And we will crouch and close the door. And I think I'm going to move one of my snipers forwards. Just so that we can potentially stick our head out the door on the next turn and do a little more damage. Haven't had anything come through these doors yet. Not entirely certain whether or not aliens do in fact open doors. Now, one of the biggest problems that we've actually got in this area is that there isn't an awful lot of cover. In fact, when I say there isn't an awful lot of cover, what I actually mean to say is there isn't any cover. So we are going to move people up as much as we can. We don't want to lose anybody here. We'll get... right, you need to go there. Now, let's hope I'm right, and let's hope that things don't open doors, or we are going to be in real trouble. Stephen, you're going to work your way down here, because you may need to open this door and say hi. And then we'll get Ben Crooks down here behind some cover. And we will get Bobby down here behind some cover. Maybe splitting the squad up a little bit too much here, but we've got 6 soldiers in this direction. We've got 4 soldiers going in this direction. Oh, wow, we've got one of those nasty things. Well, that answers the question. Yes, aliens do open doors. And we can actually see 2 aliens at this point as well. Although it doesn't look like it's attacked us. It's given us a little bit of vision in that direction. Let's turn. Okay, now I'm worried. Because it came into this room, but we can no longer see it. Oh, there it is. That was sneaking. Okay, let's take a 90% chance to hit. And we have ourselves 1 dead alien. That was very unsporting of it. So, let us close this door with Missy. Again, this could take a while, but I think it's one of those things that we need to deal with fairly slowly. Let us get Stephen to open this door. You're going to have to move 1 space closer. And we have found the power core. That is a very good start. The power core room does appear to be empty. Now the question is, how far up there do we want to go? How much do we want to split our troops up? Because I've got a feeling these guys are eventually going to loop their way around behind here. So let's open the door. We've still got that guy. A very, very poor chance to hit because of all the stuff that's in our way. So maybe we can move in a little bit closer. We've actually spotted a second one now. But we don't have the penalty against you anymore because the cover's not in our way. So we can crouch. 82% chance to hit, which we take. We do 100 damage but don't get the kill. We don't have a second shot there, which is problematic. We can get you into position. Got to move forwards at some point. 65% chance to hit. We can afford to crouch. 72% chance to hit. And we get a kill. Now, we still have that guy up there. He takes a reaction shot and misses. That's fine. Let's move Shadowhawk forwards. He should actually have a decent shot at this guy now. Only a 73% chance to hit. We can afford to duck. Takes us up to 87% chance because there is something blocking, but we'll take the shot. We actually get a miss. Now, that's quite unfortunate. Now, I'm not sure if Delisha is going to be able to get a shot in. Doesn't have enough hit points. So we're just going to move forwards and then deal with that on the next turn. So the question becomes these guys. Do we go down and try and investigate this room, or do we move people north? I think we can probably split people up a little and be relatively safe. May or may not work. We'll have to see. Okay, we found the transporter room, so that could be useful. As for these guys, I think they're just going to stay on guard behind the door at this point. We'll end the turn. Okay, you're moving closer. You're actually throwing a grenade. Now, luckily, the grenade didn't do all that much damage. I think partially it's because we were behind cover, and I think also the armor soaked some of that as well. So Cherry Pie has taken a little bit of a hit there. Now, are you the same one that fired at us a second ago? Of that, I'm not sure. If I move up to there, I'm not going to be able to take a shot at you. We've actually found another one up here as well. Chances of hitting you are very low, and I don't have enough time units now to throw a grenade either. We've got Peter here, who has minimal chance to hit anybody. Where did Shadowhawk go? Ah, there you are, hiding behind the door. 0% chance to hit that one. 0% chance to hit that one. Well, this isn't a very good start, is it? So let's move you forwards. Still a lot of block there. I really don't want to get too close to this guy. How many time units do we have? 60. So I could take 2 snapshots. But that's going to be a very low chance. So let's go ahead here and take a 93% chance to hit. We do get the hit, but we don't get the kill. And I don't have enough time units to move you anywhere that we could consider safe. But I can get you out of the way. and try and take a snapshot here with Sweet Cherry Pie. Well, it's a good job that worked. Now, it still leaves us in a little bit of a position with that guy there, but maybe Shadowhawk can deal with him. We're also going to move in our other sniper, although you have very, very few time units, which makes life difficult. We could take some damage here. Hopefully we won't, but you never know what is going to happen. So, we're going to get Arcane Cannon to open the door, and we have another one of these things right in our face. Okay, Missy, you don't have any chance to hit him there. You do, though. That wasn't a huge amount of damage. Have another shot. There we go. That's another dead thing. I think we're going to leave that door for a turn or two. Let us march forwards with Stephen. Okay, so we've got a room here that is just a transporter room. Now, we'll have a look through that with Stephen on the next turn. Everybody else is going to move up and deal with this corridor. I don't think the aliens use the transporter rooms all that much, so I'm not too concerned about that at this point. But what I'm going to do here, because I'm very aware of how long some of these videos end up being, is I'm going to actually end the video here, and when we come back tomorrow, we will do the second part of this alien base. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.